What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a review. I feel like I haven't done this a regular review. I've done a bunch of out of the theater reactions, but I haven't done like a full review in a little while. So this is my review of Argylle, the new Matthew Vaughn film, and what a star-studded cast. You got Henry Cavill, Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Rockwell, Dua Lipa, Ariana DeBose, Sam Jackson, John Cena, and the list goes on and on. Bryan Cranston, Catherine O'Hara. I mean, it's crazy. It's a stacked cast. Very stacked cast. So before we even get into it, if you're brand new to the channel and you see this review, click that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 200,000 subscribers faster than we got to 100, but we need you guys to help. We want you to be part of the conversation. We want to create this community, and we'd love to have you each and every week. So hit that button. Help us out. Great. That being said, so this movie, I did my out of the theater reaction. If you saw it overall, did I love this movie? No. Do I love Matthew Vaughn? Yes. Did I want to love this movie? Absolutely. Do I think it's a terrible movie? No. Do I think it's too long? Yes. So there's a bunch of questions with a lot of answers right away. The chemistry between Bryce Dallas Howard and Sam Rockwell, I think, is there. I like Bryce Dallas Howard a lot, and she really goes for it and does a lot of different things in this that I think some of it works and I think some of it doesn't. I think that there's stuff that Matthew Vaughn goes throughout the entire movie that doesn't work. Tone doesn't get to where he wants it to. People are going to, but is it a fun movie? Sure. But that's what everyone says now, right? Yeah, but it was fun. Sure, it's fun. But again, too long. And I just feel like the movie just really never got a hold of the tone that it was going for. And it kind of shifts tones sometimes and says, well, it's going to go here and then it's going to go here. And then we're going to shoot it to, like, instead of going to 10, we're going to go to 100. And it's like, it's just a lot. So what's the story? The story essentially, is that Bryce Dallas Howard is this author, very successful author who writes these Argylle books, and in her mind, and in for us, we get to see Henry Cavill, John Cena, Dua Lipa in this kind of spy thriller, what's going on, and what happens is because these things are so good, they're so detailed, that the author Ellie, played by Bryce Dallas Howard, is essentially writing truth. There's a lot of truth in there. And they're trying to come get her now to silence her. And who protects her? Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell in this, and that's the stuff to me, the kind of romancing the stone vibe that really worked with the two of them. There's a lot of the backstory that I think really works. There's moments like on the train, and there's another thing I'll just say at a winery that I think works. There are moments in this movie that really work, and I'm just like, come on, get there, get there, get there. And it just didn't get there for me. I think there's going to be a lot of people who come out and maybe even see this review and go, I don't know what you're talking about. I had a really good, fun time. It was a silly kind of action, just bizarre spy in the spy genre, and I dug it. And I can see it, and I get it. But like I said, I was just expecting more. I wanted the way that I felt about the first Kingsman. I didn't like the second one, and I thought the prequel was kind of similar. Not in the drama. The third one was like a drama sometimes, or the prequel rather, a drama. It was a bunch of different tones, but similar that it just was shifting tones, and I didn't really get what it was going for. This one, I knew what it was going for, but like I said, it just didn't get there. And I was talking to a friend of mine afterwards, and they were asking me, well, because my friend really dug it, and he said, "What do you didn't think the performances were good?" I said, "All the performances were good." I said, "All the performances were good." And I think that if you get, because the end of the Kingsman definitely gets silly, but I feel this goes silly a bunch of times, and I feel like they could have ended it a bunch of times, and they didn't. But if you're on board with that, then I think you're gonna love this movie. But like I said, I just think that there were some times that they were like, okay, come on, isn't this ridiculous? And I'm like, yeah, but it's a little too ridiculous for me. And the other big criticism I had for it is, and this is maybe just the trailer side of it, what I thought the movie was going to be from the trailer was a kind of back and forth between the real spy thriller that was going on between Bryce Dallas Howard and Sam Rockwell, and in between it, we would get like this other side adventure between Henry Cavill and John Cena and the rest of them. They're in the movie, and they're in it a lot in the beginning of the movie, and Henry Cavill kind of pops in here and there, but it's not, there's like sections you're like, oh yeah, I forgot that they were in this movie, at least for me. The one thing, the big a positive that I will say is I didn't know how Dua Lipa was going to be. I didn't know how she was going to be when she has her moments in the movie. I thought she was great. I thought I was like, I'd actually like to see her in like a Bond movie or these other. I thought she was great. There's a dance sequence in this. There's a few dance sequences, but there's one that didn't work for me, and I see what they were going for. And like I said, it's either going to work for you or you're going to feel like me. So it's not one of these movies, though, where I'm like, guys, this is just a terrible movie. It doesn't work. I said it when I left out. When I left, I felt like it's fine. You might leave going, it's fine. You might leave going, dude, what are you talking about? I had a blast. Because another thing I will say about Matthew Vaughn is he takes swings. But he takes swings in this one that I felt there's a lot of predictable moments. Like there's a bunch of twists, but you see him coming an hour beforehand. You're like, well, when's that going to happen? Oh, there it is. When's that going to, okay. Well, that happened sooner than I thought it would. Oh, okay, well, that happened. You're never really fooled. At least I think if you've seen these movies like this, you won't be fooled. You see him coming a mile away. Maybe I'm wrong. I am so curious, though. I'm so curious. If there's nothing, this is the other thing. There's nothing in the theaters right now. So if you want to go to the movie theater this weekend, and you ask me, well, should I go see this in the theater? If you want to go to the movies, yes, see it in the theater. It's an experience, and it's fun. You'll have fun watching it in the theater. Are you expecting like the next first Kingsman? Are you expecting like anything that we're like, wow, that movie was great? I don't think you're going to get there, but I think you're going to go, yeah, I had a blast watching it. The other question is, well, what if I watch it on streaming? I'm going to be bored? No, you won't be bored watching this movie. I found myself at the very end of it not having as much fun as I wanted to because I wanted it to end, and I hated that. I wanted it to end. But that's it. That's really all I got for this one. And it's bizarre because I like everybody involved in it. And yeah, and I didn't mind watching it. I just didn't love it. Is that what it is? Is the fact that I think I wanted to love it. I didn't love it, and I thought it was fine. That's my review. That's it. That's the Kingsman, more or less. That's Argylle. So leave me your comments, especially if you've seen the movie and you come back and you're like, no, I liked it. I'll tell you why I liked it. All these reasons that you didn't like it, I liked it. I get it. The opposite. I saw it. I felt the same way you did. Just wanted to love it, didn't love it, or something else. And that's why I need your comments. That's why I need you to hit that button. I don't need you to agree with me. I just need you to have a conversation. And that's what I love having. I love hearing the opposite points of view. I love hearing the same points of view. I love hearing all of it as long as it is a respectful conversation that we can all have together. So hit that button. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching this review of Argylle. I got a lot of other things going on, but the next review out of the theater, I think, is Lisa Frankenstein. That's next week. So thanks for joining me. I appreciate you. Peace.